hour drive every Sunday morning, and I just watched 2 episodes of the Veid3o brothers as I'm driving down. And I gotta tell you, I'm just really on fire right now. My heart's beating out of my chest. My mind is going just a million miles an hour. I got so many ideas in my head. I'm thinking to myself, wow, what? At this age, what do you really want to do? What kind of legacy do you want to leave for not just your family and your kids, but life as a whole? And I just get really emotional watching these podcasts from people that connect. They connect with me on an emotional level, a spiritual level. They get me riled up and excited to make a change, to make a difference, to go on an adventure. These are just really amazing opportunities in the social media life that all of us have that choice to make of whether or not we're going to go through and pick and choose what kind of information we're going to put in our mind, what kind of things are going to affect our heart, what kind of things are going to drive our spirit to live that life of Kaizen, be a little better every day, every moment, just be a little better. And to look for that mindset of Ikigai, get in there, find what is it that you're good at, what do you love doing, is this something people want, and heck, is it something you might even be able to make some money at, that you can actually just live a long and fruitful life and be happy doing it, and not for really selfish reasons at the level that you're looking to gain something. You're just looking at a level to be able to wake up in the morning and have a purpose. My heart breaks a lot when I see the social media that's out there that our younger generation is watching, or you see the type of goals that are not being set. There's no sense of purpose. There's this lost generation that feels that why bother? It's like the why bother mindset. I don't have any purpose. I don't have any goals. I don't have a reason to get up in the morning. Well, what if you're not supposed to know? What if that drive is just the passion to continue to search? And in that process of searching, you find the ability to gain wisdom from living life, make the mistakes, go out there and try something new, and don't worry about trying to be perfect at it. Just try it. This is a completely new experience for me. These are things that have been heavy on my heart for a lot of years. I've tried really hard to raise my family to the best I can. My kids are grown up now, and I'm at a point where I really have to look at what am I going to do with the later years of my life. And I've always felt in my heart that there was a purpose. Whether I had a voice, whether I had wisdom, something to share, something to invest in. This experience for me is that next transition in my life. I'm older now. Been training in martial arts since I was 12 years old. All different styles, every different kind of mindset you can think of. And it all come back to the same type of concept of you can only do so much. You got 2 arms, you got 2 legs. Your body can only move a certain way. But then as you get older, you get this horrible reality check. Guess what? You don't have the body of a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old or a 40-year-old anymore. And you have to come to grips with your own mortality. Your body doesn't want to move, or is incapable of moving like it used to. And you have to take all those glasses of full knowledge that you've gained throughout your life, and you got to put them on a shelf. And you grab new empty glass and go, how are we going to fill this one? And how are we going to fill this one without getting hurt, without being overwhelmed by our pride, without being shot down by our ego? And it's all about what's inside. We have to let go. We have to let go of all those expectations that we have of ourselves. And so as I'm driving down here, I'm thinking of all types of things that I want to do. I got to contact these guys at Veid3o Brothers. I got to get the brand out for the flexible rope. I want to make a connection to share this opportunity with people as a whole, to give them find themselves. Imagine you're out there and you're just living the best life that you can and you feel lost. And then all of a sudden, someone puts something in your hand that you just hold. Just a rope. But then when you start looking at it, you can identify all the general, realistic purposes that actual rope, it symbolizes. It signifies strength. It signifies flexibility. Signifies so many different levels of interpretation and opportunity. This last episode with the Veid3o brothers that I was watching with Eric and Kyle, they had this really great discussion about wisdom and truth, and what is truth, what is wisdom. And while it's going, I'm getting these just micro epiphanies that are blowing up in my brain about wisdom and truth and knowledge. And it brings me back to, as I was a kid, I remember my dad always saying, it's not about the money. Knowledge is power. Well, with wisdom, and as I got older, I realized that knowledge is potential for power. Potential for power if you use it in the right ways. That it could be a potential for good and a potential for evil. And you have to weigh the pros and the cons. You've got to discern between what is the realistic direction you want to take your knowledge. And do you want to do it to benefit just yourself? Or do you want to do it in a way that benefits society as a whole? Does it benefit humanity? And you look at that wisdom, and that's what comes with that wisdom of experience, that you share that wisdom with those of humanity that want to hear it. Not everybody wants to hear what you have to say. A lot of people look at you and they may walk by and go, wow, okay, that guy, he's a few screws off. But it might be that they just don't have the tools in their arsenal to understand at that time in their life what it is you're sharing. And there's no fault in that. There's no feeling of discontent that should be had when you are just being genuine to yourself. I'm at a point in my life where I've found the ability to be free. I have a freedom from my own inhibition, and that battle continues daily. Am I allowed to just be who I am? And so this path that I'm on, I'm sharing it with everybody, and here's my challenge. Here's a video journal that was a Veid3o brother challenge from Eric and Kyle. Start a video journal. There you go. Well, this is my first video journal. It's in March 15th, I believe today is, 15th or 16th on a Sunday. Heading down a class in Glendale. I'm going to go spend 3 hours on the mat, training and learning and growing. And in that same process, I'm going to hold myself to my own little commitment. I'm going to put a little email together. I'm going to write it up. I contacted the guys at Veid3o Brothers. I got a response from Kyle. Eric. Eric sent me the response. And I'm going to touch base with them this morning, one way or another, and I'm going to see, one, how they're doing. I'm going to ask them a question about what can I do to get more involved and more connected. They're out in Canada. I'm out here in California. Man, I want to blow their brand up. I want to take the Veid3o Brothers to a level that they are able to be appreciated for what they have going on out there. They put a lot of work in. They've extended a lot of hands and grasp of communication and networking. They've got some of the best entrepreneurial and networking ability that I've seen in a very long time, and I think it's because it's genuine. It comes from this mindset of don't try to be perfect. Embrace imperfection. Wow. These guys are out there doing it legit, and they're on the same level and on the same par as the Franklin Coveys, the Zig Ziglars, the customer service. They're out there building the ability to network and grow and share what they love. And what they love is life itself through martial arts. The ability to see the beauty in the mindset of a warrior, no matter what their warrior background is. They could be brand new on the mat, and they're going to have something to offer because of their wisdom. They could be a 50-year veteran that have a hard time just getting on the bat anymore, but their knowledge and information is just priceless. That to me is something that I think is truly priceless on a lot of levels. I only hope to be able to achieve this type of thing in my lifetime, and be able to have the experiences to kind of grow and see what this has to offer for not just myself, but also my family in the later years of my life. I'm actually at a really wicked stage of rebirth in my life. I see myself doing the best I can to live the best life I have been offered, and to make the changes that need to be made in order to experience and enjoy that. I hope everybody is doing their best to live the best life that they can, and I look forward to talking to you soon. I wish everybody the best. Have a great day. Make it the